The OSRS economy is massive. Billions of gold change hands every single day. And on the surface, it looks like a thriving virtual marketplace. But behind the Grand Exchange lies a darker truth. Long before the Grand Exchange, a few legendary players controlled the game's economy. Blue Rose 13X became famous in RuneScape Classic as the first player to reach 99 smithing. She literally controlled the rune market, selling rune plate bodies for millions when no one else could make them. One player, one skill cape, an entire economy. Then there was Zezma, the most famous player in the 2000s. He indirectly shaped the economy too. His grind to max stats inspired millions of players to train skills aggressively, driving demand for resources and inflating supply markets. If you were playing when Zezma was around, you know how much of a hero this guy is to all of us. These pioneers proved that individual players can have an outsized impact on RuneScape's economy. In many ways, they were the first market movers. Today, the tradition continues, only now it's bots, clans, Discord groups, and billionaires with 100 bill plus. And these guys are deciding what items rise and fall. Bots are the backbone of the supply chain in OSRS. Rune Essence, Dragon Bones, Zora Scales, many of the items you buy are mass farmed by bots. This creates artificially high supply, crashing prices for regular players trying to make some money. Jagex bans thousands daily, but automation is so profitable that bot farms respawn within hours. The worst part, legit players can't compete. Why grind for 10 hours for a few 100k when a bot farm can generate millions 24/7? If you ever wondered why your favorite moneymaker died overnight, there's a good chance bots flooded the market. Real world trading is the elephant in the room. Huge bot farms aren't just grinding for fun, they're grinding to sell gold for real money. There are massive operations in countries where farming OSRS gold pays more than a normal job. For them, OSRS isn't a game, it's a business, and the impact is huge. Inflation of popular items, risk of casual players buying GP which leads to account bans, and it creates a black market bigger than most people realize. But here's the truth, a lot of players don't actually see real world trading as evil. For some, it feels like a shortcut, a way to skip hours of repetitive grinding just to enjoy the content they actually want to play. Unlike bot farms or manipulators, these aren't shady gold farmers. They're regular people with regular jobs and limited time, and they have a desire to raid with their friends or buy their dream item. Some argue that it's not so different from buying bonds, which are Jagex's official pay-to-win system. The only difference is bonds support Jagex directly, while real-world trading supports third parties. To many, it feels less like cheating and more like paying for convenience. That's why real-world trading will never truly disappear. As long as OSRS demands thousands of hours for progression, players with more money than time will always find a way, and it's up to you to decide where you sit on this topic. Of course, there's a massive problem with the bots and we want to get rid of them, but what's your view on someone that doesn't have much time and they just want to get some gold just to have some fun with their friends? It's definitely an interesting topic of discussion. Even if you've never bought GP, chances are you've benefited from the ripple effects. Cheaper items, inflated markets, or even raiding alongside someone who funded their gear with real-world trading. The line between fair play and unfair advantage isn't always as clear as it seems. Let me know your thoughts on this down below, and while you're there, hit subscribe if you're enjoying the video and want to see more content like this. The OSRS Grand Exchange isn't a free market, it's easily manipulated. Wealthy clans and individuals can buy out entire items and corner a market. For example, they could buy every Zora skill, set inflated sell offers, then dump once demand spikes. Ordinary players are left holding the bag. Prices rise and crash while manipulators profit. There's even Discord groups where players organize to pump and dump items. That weird price spike on a random item, it probably wasn't supply and demand. Someone pulled strings. Gambling has always been tied to the dark side of OSRS. Before the Jewel Arena was removed, players lost trillions staking. Many turned to real-world trading to refill their banks, fueling the cycle. Even now, private gambling clans and Discord servers thrive. Gambling is the #1 driver of sudden wealth and sudden poverty in OSRS. If you've ever wondered why so many players are real-world trading after quitting, gambling losses are a huge factor. With so much gold entering the game via bots and PVM, inflation is constant. Jagex fights with the gold sinks, things like construction, death fees, and new content. But the reality is, like real life, rich players just get richer, while casuals can barely afford supplies. That feeling of always being behind in GP isn't just in your head. Inflation and gold hoarding make it harder every year. The economy isn't just about GP. It's tied directly to status and competition. Over the years, we've seen clans and individuals cheat their way to the top. For example, in the Dead Man mode finals, some clans use DDoS attacks to disconnect opponents and secure victories worth thousands of dollars in prize money. So players didn't just lose pixels, they lost real-world opportunities, because winning a tournament often meant sponsorships and life-changing payouts. Even in modern OSRS, whispers of shady tactics in clan wars and tournaments show how high stakes the game's competitive side can be.
Look at his switches, it's literally S tier perfect, no ticks wasted. He Gmo spec from his Zero staff that doesn't have spec bar. Then Karasimi to DPS while he venged, look. See? Oh my god, look at that. Like, I didn't even see him coming, that's the sad part. What, that guy's been cheating for about 2 weeks, he's been reported by everybody and still not banned.
The darker the economy becomes, the less it feels like a fair game. The best player doesn't win. Sometimes it's the one with the dirtiest tricks. The OSRS economy might just look like numbers on a screen, but it's far deeper than that. Bots, real-world trading, manipulation, gambling, and inflation have turned this game into something more like a Wall Street with swords. Ultimately, don't be weird, don't do any shady stuff. If you have no time and you want to do content with your friends and want to buy a bond, I personally don't have a problem with that and would rather not judge and let people just play how they want to play. As long as you're not directly ruining the game, then I don't really care. If you got this far into the video, I appreciate you. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to see more content like this. I hope you're having a good day, and until the next one,